Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that you can look up a child variation, the ASIN for that child variation. If you don't happen to have it, if you have a shoebox that has a barcode on it that's not scanning in for some reason, we have a desktop scanner that we use when we're listing our inventory, and sometimes we scan a barcode on a shoebox and for whatever reason it just won't work. We can't get we can't look up this, we can't enter the shoe to list it by that UPC barcode. So if you run into this situation, here's a couple of different ways that you can look up the ASIN. So I'm working on a shipment and I have these moccasins in white. So on the Amazon page, I go and click on the white variation, and I have a couple of different sizes that I'm needing to look up the child variation, the ASIN. So the first size let's look at is size 7.5. So we go to 7.5, and it says that they've got it in stock and it's available from these sellers. So if I click on these sellers to go to the next page where it shows you the individual sellers, the way I can find the ASIN from this is going up to the browser bar up here where you've got the URL listed, and you'll see there's the ASIN right there kind of hidden inside the URL for this product. So you can double click on that, highlight that, and copy it, and then you can just paste it into wherever you're needing to paste it. If you're pasting it into Inventory Lab or Seller Central, wherever you might be listing it, if you're making a spreadsheet, wherever, you can just grab that ASIN and you know that that is the ASIN for the white size 7.5. Now I also have a pair of size 5 of these moccasins that I'm wanting to enter in, and you'll see right here that's grayed out. I can't click on the size 5 to grab the ASIN out of the URL for this shoe. So what I'm going to have to do is go back to the first product page, and I'm going to scroll down and find this parent ASIN. In the under the product description, you've got all this information, and you can grab this parent ASIN here, copy it, and then I'm going to go over to Seller Central, and on Seller Central, under Inventory, you can go to Add a Product and click on that. And then where it says List a New Product, in that bar, you're going to paste that ASIN that you just copied for the parent ASIN. And when you do a search for that parent ASIN, you'll see that it shows up here as the parent, and you can click on Show Variations. And when you do that, it brings up the information for each individual child variation according to color and size. So we just have to scroll through, and this can be tedious, especially if there's a lot of variations, but you have to scroll through this list of variations and look at the color and the size and find what we want. So we are looking for white size 5, and so you kind of scan through it and you see this is light gray size 9. Keep scrolling, white size 12. Keep scrolling, black size 5.5. We'll just keep scrolling looking for white size 5. And we don't see it there, but we get down to the bottom, there's this little arrow, click on it, and it will pull up more variations. White size 8.5, keep scrolling looking for white size 5. Until eventually we scroll down and we see we've got white size 5. And there it is right there, the ASIN for that child variation. And we can copy that, paste it into whatever we need to paste it into, and we're good to go. So that's 2 different ways that you can look up an ASIN for a child variation if you aren't able to just scan it in using a desktop scanner.